When was the last time you would have done something like this?
Maybe never.
Plays into my OCD.
So every single day in Hong Kong, we throw away 3,600 tons of food, and at the same time, we have over 1 million people that are living in poverty and struggling to afford 3 meals a day. And so what we do at Feeding Hong Kong is tackle these two issues with one solution, and that solution is food banking. And it's all about connecting companies that have surplus food, good food, food that is still fit and safe to eat, collecting and redistributing and delivering that to frontline charities across the city that are directly feeding people in need. We are so lucky this morning to have this amazing group of chefs with us, helping us to pack a very special Chinese New Year food parcel. Now, if we think back to 12 months ago, we had so many families that this time last year were looking forward to celebrating Chinese New Year. Now, fast forward 1 year, we've had rising unemployment, loss of income, and rising food prices. So families that were getting by okay are now struggling to afford the basics. And so what we're doing today is just making sure that for as many of the families that we support, we're able to offer them not just the basics, but something special for Chinese New Year. And so what we've done is partnered with companies, with different sponsors to help purchase a special bag of festive ingredients. So these chefs are helping us pack these ingredients. They are going to get delivered to our frontline charities over the course of the next couple of days. And by the end of the week, these will be in the hands of the families and seniors so that they can cook a special meal for Chinese New Year. So one of the exciting things that we're doing with the chefs this afternoon is actually getting their help, their inspiration as to how can we cook tasty, nutritious meals when you have not simply the basic of ingredients, but also the minimum of cooking facilities.
Great.
But ultimately, if we were not doing this program, all of this would end up in landfill, which is just still mind-boggling for me. But so we're doing with the help of volunteers, and so this is why it's so important that we have volunteers coming through every single. So they're making that decision before the product expires to donate it. Yeah. They do several hundred meals a day. Food Angel, I mentioned, they do several thousand meals a day. We've also got some. So the biggest challenge is for the team at the back in that they only have the rice cooker, which you can use as a skillet.
But 25 minutes start now, so we will have 11:32. We will wrap.
Good luck. We talked about it.
There's no shortage of ingredients.
This one we need.
Our vegetable is we do noodle with mushroom, maybe the pork ribs.
Do we have a can opener?
Doing well? Doing well. Okay. I don't need to worry about you, yeah?
You want to saute this through the meat, through the veg or not?
Okay. 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 Let's do that.
Just to add the pressure. Fabulous chefs. Gentlemen, we want you to interrupt quickly. What are you making today?
So we have got really beautiful seasonal vegetables from Del Monte. And then if we ever get the water to boil, we may have some pasta, either maybe raw or cooked. Depends how the guy from the Rose would do well there.
I only work with charcoal, man. I only work with charcoal.
Wow, how challenging is that?
Yes.
That's your only cooking implement?
Yes. Watch it.
With 10 minutes left. 10 minutes, that's right.
Okay.
90 seconds left.
We soak the rice noodles, made a gravy with a tinned abalone sauce and a tinned mushrooms, seasoned with a bit of oyster sauce, and that's like a lo mein. The space issue, the lack of adequate equipment, and access to fresh products, these are like real challenges.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
So we have a fried rice, rice cooker fried rice. We have corn, some dried mushrooms, some abalone, and some luncheon meat, along with some green vegetables and a bit of chili. And I seasoned with oyster sauce.
The biggest challenge I think is to cook with the rice cooker. So Vicky experienced this in the past. Thank you very much. She saved me.
Don't move.
So this is my guaylo gonzaimin.
A little spam, sparrow arrabbiata, shiitake mushrooms. We had a sweet tomato sauce, and then some pasta. So carb it up.
We have sauteed daikon with chichanyo, ginger and chili. Pork ribs, mushroom pasta.
Wow.
And we have lettuce vegetable with XO sauce for Chinese New Year festival.
Everyone up to me again. That's it. And last couple.
That's why you get 2 bowls.
Right, exactly. One person.
It's like something my dad would make.
Actually, everything turns out really tasty. Actually, some of the food we actually feel like it's like what our parents would make when we were small. They have such great creativity and even presentation, and so that's why we think they are all winners.